ankle-deep water, casting into the boat channel. An olive-green brim darted skittishly across the gutter. Neither saw the distinctive conical snout, underslung mouth curved in a permanent sneer, and dead black eyes of the most fearsome predator on earth as it cruised silently by, around Shag Rock, past Boulder Beach and Iron Peg, moving mindlessly south like a prehistoric torpedo. Darren Rogers turned right at the East Ballina Cemetery and wove through the clutter of holiday houses and faded apartment blocks set atop the ridge, gazing towards the horizon. It was one of those sluggish, slow-motion summer mornings. Stale heat rose from the shadows of the mangroves and waterlogged swamp oaks lining the waterways that veined the quiet northern New South Wales town. The sun was hot, piercing the thick blanket of humidity and bouncing off the bitumen of Beach Road as it sloped down past the lighthouse towards the sea. Darren checked the surf from his usual spot at Ballina Head, with Shelley Beach to the north and Lighthouse Beach to the south, where the Richmond River rock wall pokes out into the Pacific, its basalt blocks spilling down into the water. The ocean was smooth, and orderly lines of swell swept shoreward, cresting and peaking into perfectly formed waves. Beyond the rock shelf at Shelley Beach, two small clumps of surfers floated either side of a deep channel, riding the ebb and flow of the ocean. Darren hadn't surfed for almost 6 months because of a serious neck injury, but today, the urge was irresistible. Tadashi Nakahara swooped around the base of the wave in one graceful arc, tucking his slender body into a low crouch, left arm extended, as the wave curled over him. Brooke Mason stroked over the shoulder, hooting and hollering as Tadashi disappeared inside the barrel, a silhouette speeding past, lost in a mist of spray. Brooke laughed, sat up and adjusted her bikini, unable to wipe the smile from her face. The summer sunshine, tropical water, and picture-perfect surf had been a distant dream for the 19-year-old surfer from the southern suburbs of Hobart. But now she was here, having arrived in Byron Bay only the day before to begin a year-long break from studying medicine at the University of Tasmania. Tadashi paddled alongside Brooke, both grinning like a pair of Cheshire cats. There was a lull in the swell, and they spent a moment drifting, talking about how good the waves were, how beautiful the day was, and Tadashi's young son in Japan. Meanwhile, Darren Rogers pushed his surfboard through the shallows, navigating a line of broken whitewater, and began paddling for the horizon. Out to sea, Tadashi had moved deeper than the other surfers. He straddled his surfboard, toes dangling in the water, and waited. The great fish sensed vibrations in the water. Its electroreceptors detected subtle changes on the surface. It rushed up from the deep, gaping jaws hinged open to 150 degrees, revealing a bloody pink gumline and jagged, uneven rows of serrated teeth. It hit Tadashi like a bolt of lightning, dragging him underwater. I think I would have been about 10 to 15 metres diagonally from Tadashi, Brooke recalled. I watched him move out of the corner of my eye, and I looked at him and just saw him take a huge breath and go under. I thought he was just going for a swim. All of a sudden there was a big splash, and pretty much instantly there was just blood everywhere. There was blood right near me. It spread out in the water so fast, and there was just so much blood. He got pulled down so deep, and his board got pulled down with him. My brain just kind of realised, that's a shark attack. My legs were quivering. I kind of looked away and looked back. There was just blood, but he wasn't there. I didn't know where he was. I was split between deciding whether I should paddle further out to him or to paddle in. My fight or flight response took over, and I started to paddle in. I was focusing on just one stroke at a time. Pretty much my mind had gone into a kind of war zone mode. I sort of thought that everyone would be attacked. You sort of think you're about to die. All the other guys in the water were paddling in and everyone was quiet.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.